All right, so when you first open up a new project, this is what you see. You get one sprite. The stage is technically there, but it's just a white background, so nothing too exciting. And then no code whatsoever. So we're going to be making a few simple exercises. They're labeled A, B, C, D, E, F. And I invite you to, you don't have to do it exactly like this, but if you're looking for a way to organize it, because you'll want to show me you can do these things, I would use like the A key to trigger the first one, and maybe the B key to trigger the second one, and so on. So, or to trigger, I guess the B key to trigger puzzle B, and the C key to trigger puzzle C, and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the cat do different things. And so just to mention exactly how this works, most of this will be focused on the move or motion tab, and also the events tab for the first top row, A, B, and C. And then we're going to add in some control in the D, E, F puzzles. So that's the only place you have to look for scripts is in there. We won't touch looks or sound or sensing or operators or variables just yet. So just to take a look to start with, we'll start with events. As I mentioned before, events are all about how does a script start. And you got a bunch of different choices. So you can do it when you press the green flag at the top of the project preview, or you can do it when you press a key, and you can select a key from the drop-down list. It has most of the keys. It's missing things like Control and Shift and F1 and stuff like that, but it's got most of the keys to choose. Or there's just some other ones that you can choose as well. Some of them are less obvious of what they do, like what's loudness, for example. It's exactly what you think it is in terms of volume, but we don't have microphones on our computers, so it won't be that useful to you. So we'll mostly be using sort of when you press a key to begin. So to get started with that, you can just pull out a event, and then I'm going to choose, for example, the A key, and then you're going to try and build the different tasks. So you're going to likely go to motion and try to figure out what blocks do I put together to solve the puzzle that's over there. Thanks, Lucy. Okay, I'll come over right after we finish this, and we'll replace your mouse. If you want to just snag one from the computer beside you, you can see if that solves your problem too. Sorry about that, Lucy. Okay, so what are the things that I want you to make happen with your cat? So they're all listed over on the sideboard, so maybe I'll just go over it really quickly. For the first row, first of all, when you press A, I like it so that the sprite, wherever it is, will just teleport to where the mouse is. So if I move the mouse over here, and then I press A, I would like the cat to jump over to A. Or wherever not A, jump over to where the mouse pointer is. And whenever I press A, I'll just jump over to where the mouse pointer is. That's task A. And you can take a look and see if you can see something that might make that work. It's a little bit hidden, so don't forget to take a look inside of some of the drop downs. So for example, sometimes it says random position, but if you click, you can see that there are things that are hiding inside that might give you some secret information. So those drop-down lists, you can tell, they have a little down arrow beside them. For the second one, I'd like you to make it so that the cat starts in the top corner, and it just does a journey around the screen. Just goes from one corner to the next, going clockwise. So it goes over to here, then down here, then down here, and then back to the beginning again. So that's task B. Task C is wherever you put your character, when you press either WASD or SD, however you want to say that, or if you press the arrow keys, your choice, depending on your preferred set of gaming keys, make the character move in those directions. So if I press the up arrow, I'd like the cat to go up. If I press the down arrow, I'd like the cat to go down, and left and right, same sort of deal. So take a look see if you can find them. By the way, the whole secret to all of this is the XY coordinate system. You've probably seen this in math before. In math, when you're drawing a graph or something, there's an XY coordinate system. X-axis is which one? Horizontal or vertical for the x-axis? Which one is it? It's horizontal, that's right. And the y-axis is the vertical. And with those two numbers, x and y, you can describe any position on the screen. And you can even take a look and notice that the cat, or any sprite, has its X and Y coordinates always visible. So if you click on the cat, you can see its coordinates. And you can even type in coordinates. If you're like annoyed, you can put in 0 and 0, for example, and see where the cat goes, so that you can kind of get your sense of where things are. Of course, 0, 0 is the center of the screen. And then you might wonder, well, how far does it go? Like, how long is the number line going up and down? So I have a nice stage, and I recommend you guys put this out there while you're doing yours. If I click on stage, and I go to backdrop tab, I can choose a new backdrop. Watch, I just go down to here, choose a backdrop, and I'm going to select choose a backdrop. It's the one that looks like a magnifying glass. And when I do that, there's one that is the XY coordinate system, which just helps me work. It's called XY grid. And then when I'm doing my programming, it gives me a bit of an idea of what those different numbers are. So as I'm trying to work with things, I get an idea. So for example, we can see if I switch to the stage that is the XY grid, I can see that this is 100, that's 200, that turns out to be 240. And then going this way, it's negative 240 for X. Y goes from positive 180 down to negative 180, for example. And you can use this to help you plot out your different coordinates. And again, experiment, take a look around, see what you find. And if you get stuck, that's okay. We'll look at the answers before the end of class. The goal is not to get them all right. I'm not even going to be looking to see if you got them right. The only goal here is to learn how to move stuff around on the screen. But I want to give you a chance to just try it out and just experiment and play with it, okay? So go ahead and try those out, and we'll see if we have time for the D, E, and F as well. I think we probably will. So I'll pause the